Hi, Paul here from Trekitt on a very cold and blustery winter's morning. We're on the northern edge of the Black Mountains. We've got Tumper or Lord Hereford's Knob up there, and we've got Haglöfs up there, so we're right on the edge of the Black Mountains. It is, well, the car said it was about minus 0.5 on the way up, but with the wind I reckon it's about -3 or -4, so it's pretty chilly. But nevertheless, I'm going to brave the elements and I'm going to rattle through a little review here of this Haglöfs Essens Mimic jacket, hooded jacket. So what is it? Well, it's a mid-weight synthetically insulated hooded jacket. It's perfect for conditions like this when it's dry and it's cold and windy, and it works really well like this as an outer layer. You can use it as a mid layer. You can use it as an overlayer. It's a really versatile piece of kit. It's beautifully made. It's got some really interesting features and some very clever synthetic insulation inside. So it's just one of those pieces that for the colder, wetter winter months is going to serve you well. Super versatile. You can use it for just about any mountain activity. I've actually got one of these myself. This isn't mine. This is the new version. Mine's 2 or 3 years old now. And it's the jacket that I always reach for when the temperature plummets below zero. It just gives me extra insulation and enough breathability to be able to continue to do my activities without overheating too much. Okay, so the Essens Mimic, what's it made from? The outside fabric is the ever reliable Pertex Quantum, and Haglöfs have used a recycled nylon for this fabric, so it's environmentally friendly. It's used from 100% recycled nylon or polyamide, and it just makes it windproof. There's no wind cutting through here. I don't know if you can get a sense of how windy it is. The mic's tucked away in here, but it is very windy today. I can't feel it cutting through at all. It's breathable. It's got a reasonable amount of durability to it as well, so if you're doing a bit of scrambling or you're rubbing up against rocks and things like that, it has got good abrasion resistance. And it's also got very good weather resistance as well. So light rain, well, even sort of medium rain, snow, slushy wet snow, that kind of stuff is just going to roll off this and give you protection from the elements. So the stuff that's inside the jacket that's trapping all the warm air and actually making this a good insulating piece is called Quad Fusion Mimic. And it's basically made from 100% recycled polyester. And you're getting the theme here. The whole jacket is pretty much recycled and environmentally friendly. So the Quad Fusion Mimic, 100% recycled polyester, and it's all like little hollow fibres that are twisted up into little balls that create clusters, very similar to down. It actually mimics natural down, hence the name of the jacket, the Essens Mimic. That filling is then blown into these baffles, so it looks like a down jacket as well. And it has to have baffles because the filling is loose. It's not an insulated sheet like you get with other synthetic insulation. So it has to be blown into the baffles so it works just like down. All those little clusters are trapping that warm air that's inside the jacket, keeping me nice and warm even though it is absolutely freezing out here. So as well as the recycling, so you've got the recycled nylon on the outside, you've got the recycled polyester filling on the inside. Haglöfs have also committed and signed up to the Blue Sign certification. Blue Sign certification basically means that the whole jacket and the manufacturing process and the people involved in the manufacturing process are sustainable. It's environmentally friendly. The factories where the stuff is made recycle their water, they use photoelectrics for their electricity. The whole product and the product life cycle and the manufacturing process is sustainable and environmentally friendly. So it's a really, really nice jacket in that respect. You're being assured that you're getting a good sustainable product. Okay, the main features of the jacket. To be honest, it's not absolutely jam-packed with loads of features and loads of pockets because it's designed to be nice and compressible, packed down nice and small. So you don't want great big heavy zips, loads and loads of pockets and complicated draw cords and things like that. So the jacket is pretty minimal. So in normal style, I'll start at the top and work my way down. There's no way I'm going to take my beanie off, but I'll show you the hood very quickly. The hood is fully insulated. You've got a foam stiffened peak at the front here, and then you've got a really neat little adjuster system at the back. So rather than draw cords running through channels, but there's the cord is on the outside of the hood. It's external, and when you pull it in, it just pulls the hood onto the back of your head and kind of cinches it tight onto the back of your head and gives a really good snug feeling. There's also the usual draw cords at the side, so you can pull that down. So when you've got the zip done up, excuse me if I lose the sound. Ooh. You get a really good closure around the face. So you've got the two draw cords at the side here and the exo elasticated draw cord at the back. So the hood works really well. It will fit over a climbing helmet. I'm going to grab that in a minute because I really don't want to take my beanie off because it's going to be freezing, but we'll do a little close-up of showing you the hood going over a climbing helmet. So working our way down, you've got these really subtle tucked away zips. So you've got two zipped hand warmer pockets down the bottom here, nice and big and roomy, and you can see that even with my gloves on, they're easy to use. You've got these little cord pullers on there, makes them easy to use. And then you've got a zipped chest pocket here, nice and big, easily get your phone or your GPS tucked away inside there. But the really nice thing about it is the way that they're tucked in, and the zips are reversed, so they don't stand out. They're not big and chunky on the outside. It gives the jacket a really clean, minimal look, nice sharp looking piece. On the ends of the cuffs and down at the bottom of the hem, you've got a simple elasticated lycra type binding, which just keeps it nice and snug around your hips here. But if you wanted to get some extra ventilation, not that you'd want to on a day like today, you can pull these up quite easily. They stretch over, and let me get that back down because it's cold. And as you can see, they seal up nice and tightly around your gloves, giving you a good seal those drafts out, but they will pull up if you need to ventilate. Another good feature of the Essens Mimic jacket is running underneath the arm and then up across the back of the shoulder is that there's a very lightweight little stretch fleece insert. So if you're flexing and reaching up, the whole jacket flexes with you. It gives you a great feeling of movement, and there's no restriction whatsoever around your lats and around your shoulders. It just makes it really nice to move in. It's a really good feature. It also makes it a little bit more breathable around that area under your arm, which is quite a warm area. If you're familiar with our videos, you'll know that I'm about 6'3". I've got a 42-inch chest, a 34-inch waist, and I weigh about 13.5, 14 stone, depending how disciplined I am with the pork pies. And this is a size large. I pretty much wear a large in most things, and this is a really good fit. The arms are nice and long. There's very little hem lift when I'm moving my arms around. And I've got on underneath here today, I've got a Phase AR base layer, and I've got a mountain equipment Chamonix fleece. So you're kind of your traditional 3-layer system there, and this fits really nicely. It also works over the top of layers if you're using it like a belay jacket. So if I had my Gore-Tex shell on, I could quite easily fit this over the top. There's plenty of room here to go over extra layers if needs be, but it's not so big that it's losing its efficiency here. Okay, the Essens Mimic jacket works really well in these kind of conditions as a standalone piece. I could quite happily go yomping up the mountains with this on. It's breathable enough, it's windproof, water resistant, not waterproof but highly water resistant. But if the weather came in and it started throwing it down with rain or even sort of horrible wet snow, it would work as a layer underneath my shell. Also, if it was not that cold and I wasn't wearing this, it was packed away in my pack and I just had a Gore-Tex shell over my fleece, and I stopped for a bite to eat or just to check my nav or something like that, I could easily throw this over the top. So it's a really versatile piece. And there's no strict sort of guidelines about how you use these jackets. They are super versatile. But if you want more information on the layering system and the best way to get that to suit your activity and what makes up a good layering system, Harry will put a link up, either this side here, I think it's this side, yeah. Harry will put a link up here to our video that we've done on how to layer up properly and get the best out of that system. Right, so in summary, this great jacket, like I said earlier in the video, this is my personal favourite. I've got one of these, I really like it. Really versatile, part of your layering system, and it's just a great jacket. Looks really sharp, the way that the zips are turned in, and it's a really smart looking piece. I thoroughly recommend it. That's because I've got one. So I'm going to sign off and go and hide back in the car and try and get warm, and I'll see you guys again soon. So thanks for watching. Toodaloo.